Today we have the first running back tier list of Madden 26, believe it or not. We definitely got to get this going. A bunch of running backs out, obviously, since day one. So this was definitely needed. And if you guys are new to how I do my tier lists, we basically talk about the cards near the top or just cards I want to talk about and put on the tier list for you guys. Cards I want you guys to be aware of. We have a bunch of guys to talk about today. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. If you're looking to add any of these running backs to your team today, head to my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest, most reliable MUT coins on the market. Use code FERDY at checkout for 6% off. A link for their website is in the description. Let's get started with the brand new campus hero, Najee Harris. He's 6'1", abilities, here you go. He does get jukebox, but he doesn't get the 85 juke move. But 6'1", 242, he should move pretty well with like air truck and stiff arm and things like that. But I think a pretty underwhelming card. I mean, they usually do Najee just like this. I could have predicted this card stats most likely if I looked at it. But Najee, I think he is probably going to end up down like low A tier. I think that's fair for Najee. I don't think he's anything too crazy, anything too special. This card was like 85, 86 speed. Then he's in S tier conversation, but 84 is just not good enough. If you have a Steelers or Chargers team, obviously very good. But outside of that, I would put Najee low A tier. The next card I want to talk about is Maurice Jones-Drew. A pretty disappointing card in my opinion. 5'7", 210, only 85 speed, 87 acceleration, 85 COD. Doesn't hit the juke move threshold unless you have him on a Raiders or Jags team, which if you can do that, that's very good. 83 trucking, 81 stiff arm. With 78 catching, 77 short route running. So MJD, I feel like could have been a lot better. Also, smaller backs that get too small, especially when you don't have the juke move threshold, they don't move as well. They don't cover as much ground when it comes to juking and making guys miss. However, they do, they can get skinny and get through the smaller holes that the bigger backs can't. But when you're trying to do that juke and you're trying to clear as much space as you possibly can, having a smaller running back, I even noticed it on a guy like Keaton Mitchell. But MJD is kind of the same thing where he's smaller, and unlike Keaton Mitchell, he does not hit the juke move threshold. So you put all that together, I still think he is I still think he's A tier. I would honestly prefer, I think I would prefer Najee to MJD as far as like them having like a definite play style. I feel like MJD is just kind of mid at everything, where at least Najee has the power, the air truck you can kind of rely on, where MJD really doesn't have that really going for him. All right, next up, I got two lower overall running backs I want to talk about. The first one is Braylon Allen, 6'1", 235 with 84 speed, 85 acceleration, 83 trucking. Just having like this speed, acceleration, size, and trucking all together on a lower overall card is pretty good. And you can pair him with Leo Chenal if you'd like, but I don't think it really does much for him. But I do like the Braylon Allen card as far as the power aspect, but if you want more of an elusive option, Jerome Ford kind of in that same range, I do like as well. 84 speed, 85 acceleration, and does hit the juke move threshold at 210, 5'10". So a good build, decent speed, juke move, it's all there for Jerome Ford. A pretty solid card, and I would put both Braylon Allen and Jerome Ford down here at B tier. Both good options in that kind of the same range overall, price range kind of. Maybe, yeah, like 40K, 50K, around there. So both good options, though, whether you want elusive or power. All right, the next card we got here is, what's his name, George Holani. So what you do is you use the Stetson Bennett, and he basically powers up Holani to an 86 speed, 89 acceleration, 85 juke move back. This guy turns to a top 10 back right before your eyes. He has hands. His build's pretty good. Juke move. He doesn't get jukebox or anything like that outside of an X Factor, but George Holani, man, kind of a slept-on demon in this game. Might be getting overlooked a little bit. Most people maybe don't even know that these cards upgrade. They do, though. So Holani, I think, he'll end up in our top 10. He's a very good option. The speed, acceleration, it's all there for him. But yeah, 86 speed on this guy with that acceleration definitely does go a long way. Next up, we got Adrian Peterson. I would have liked to have seen him obviously get over 85 juke move to keep this card around for a little bit longer, but they didn't. I mean, he basically was barely used because I think Saquon Barkley came out like that next week or 2 days after AP, or AD, whatever you prefer. But 85 speed, acceleration, got the power stats. I think he's a better power back than Najee is. Don't get me wrong, I think he is. Najee does have 20 pounds on him though, so there actually is kind of a debate there. But they do end up pretty close on the tier list. I would put Adrian Peterson in front of George Holani, but honestly, there's a debate between Holani and AD, whatever. There really is a debate there. I would listen to it. All right, next up, let's head over to Bijan Robinson. This card's good, right? I mean, we've discovered that there really is not a difference between 90 juke move and 85. So the animation's the same. You're able to get, if you can get jukebox and you're over 85, you're good. But 86 spin move, 86 COD, 87 carrying, 85 speed, 84 acceleration. What really throttles Bijan is his speed, in my opinion, from being in the top 10 or being an S tier rather. But I would put Bijan Robinson down here at A tier. The next man up we got is Marshawn Lynch. That is not how you spell that, with a mix of caps lock and all that. Marshawn, there we go. Where is he? There you go. So fully upgraded Marshawn Lynch, of course, possible. When I look at this card, I'm thinking that he's on a theme team. So at least a +1 speed, because he gets all 32. You should be able to get +1 speed on him at least. With +3 speed, he's an 89 speed running back, but he's full power. And I don't love Marshawn Lynch cards in Madden. I really have never liked a Marshawn Lynch card unless you have a Marshawn Lynch card with a broken ability. If you have that pairing, he turns very good, obviously. But at this point, he's 215, so he's a little bit light to be banging like a power back, right? Has power back stats, however. Doesn't hit the juke move threshold, but he is fast. So, I mean, he's a very usable option if you don't have one of these top-end running backs. He's very good. I think he's top of A tier. But I've never really been a fan of Marshawn cards. This is one of the better ones we've seen, I guess, against, in my opinion, against the landscape of running backs that we have, because he gets all 32, gets that speed boost. But I'm never a big fan of Marshawn cards just based on how they move. Like, his juke is low, you know? All right, so here's the tier list so far. We are now heading into S tier, okay? Into S tier. Let's get started with Breece Hall. All right, Breece Hall. Breece Hall I've been using. I don't know if it's my vision being, it definitely is my vision being clouded, because I have him on a full 50-50 theme team. He's still probably the best running back I've used. And it is tough because the boosts are so extreme in this game early on to not consider, cards with boosts. But Breece Hall does get 4 different teams, Kem, so there's 4 theme teams that will benefit from this card. If you have one of these theme teams, again, I think Breece Hall is the best running back I've used so far this year. I have Crystals, I have 50-50 Jets theme team, all that together. His movement, the way he clears ground, the way he breaks tackles, he's got a good weight, like to me, the perfect build right now. Sorry, I hit the mic. 5'11" is 6 foot, 6'1", like in that range is perfect, where you're able to still clear ground, still be small enough to get through holes. If you have the weight, you can break tackles. And to me, Breece Hall is kind of that perfect back right now. Gets the animations. He really does get it all. So if you have Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, or Jets, he's your guy, I would say for sure. So S tier, give me Breece Hall up here. Next up, we got Devon Achane here. Devon Achane, his 86 overall, 86 speed, 88 juke move. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but once you're over 85, 80, this is the same animation. So, Achane does get the good abilities. He's solid. I would say, though, if you have a Dolphins team, there's a real debate that you probably should be using Achane over a guy like Breece. There's a real debate. I mean, it's close. It's really close, in my opinion, between these two guys. Like, Breece and Achane, it's close. And they drop 2. Of course, I guess if you have both, if you have a Dolphins team, Achane at wide receiver, Breece at running back. It's kind of what I do with Saquon and Breece on my team right now, but yeah, it is pretty close between these guys, though. It's very close. Honestly, I think I lean Breece because he has that better height and weight, and I think the 5'11" with the 220. I'm gonna lean Breece Hall here in our S tier. But we're down to our final 3 backs. We're gonna rate them in order to wrap up today's tier list. So here's the tier list. Let's get into our final 3 cards today. So in no particular order here. First up, let's talk Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell before Thursday was the best running back I've used, like no boosts. He felt really good, had the 90 juke with the 90 break tackle, able to get super small out there, 87 speed. If this card didn't have the 90 break tackle, I think he would, even 85 catching, good route running, he would probably be like under Breece, maybe not under Achane, but I mean, definitely probably under Breece because I do like Breece's build so much. But he has like 90 break tackle, good hands, catching, can get team of the week boost as well, which is very valuable. But 87 speed is very good. I think this card moves pretty pretty well for his size. Like if you put jukebox on him, which he can get, you will trigger a bunch of animations. The only difference that you get with 90 juke move is there is like a higher success rate. The animation doesn't change, but you have a higher success rate. So you pair 90 juke move with jukebox, it is very good. But I would put Keaton Mitchell. I think Keaton Mitchell will probably end up as our third guy today. No, I think I don't know. I don't know where yeah. All right, Saquon Barkley. So let's talk about Saquon Barkley real quick. This card is interesting because he's probably the only crystal I'd say go after if you're not gonna get all three of the guys like Parsons and Surtain. What's Surtain's price right now? He's still $3 million. Yeah, he's still very expensive. So I would say Saquon's the only one I would say go after if you're not going to be going after Parsons or Surtain. Because still with a +2 speed boost, if you have 50-50 or +1, 87 speed, 88 acceleration is still really good. Like I'm looking at this card like he has 87 speed no matter what. And he can get up to 89 speed if you have crystals with the +2, you know, with a full theme team, which is possible. So this card to me, he plays well. He does. He's able to break tackles. To me, Breece Hall actually, I've had both guys on a full theme team. I've used them both. I would say Breece Hall is actually better than Saquon Barkley. For me personally, as far as how they move, but I know that's not the reality for a lot of people because a lot of people obviously can't get Breece Hall on a theme team, but everybody can get Saquon Barkley on a theme team. So for that reason, that's why Saquon's going to be above Breece. But honestly, I've used both for a long time, and Breece Hall does move and kind of just feel better on the stick than Saquon Barkley. Pause. All right, finally, we got Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush, like I said, until Thursday, Keaton Mitchell was the best running back I used. But Reggie Bush does take that spot. Reggie Bush is the perfect height, has the juke animations. The pass catching is beautiful. He is one short of 90 juke move. If you do have one of his theme teams, you can get him over that line, which he does have a bunch of. But good speed, good acceleration. If you have one of Reggie Bush's theme teams, you run this guy. No boost. He's the best feeling running back I've used so far this year. But things get dicey when it comes to ranking these guys, and we have such crazy boosts in this game. If I were to tell you guys how in what order I'd rank these guys, it would be Bush 1, Mitchell 2, Saquon 3. That's how I do it. But of course, if you have like any of these guys on a theme team, even some of the A-tier guys on a theme team go up into like the top. Like that's how big the boosts are. So if you say you have a Falcons team, use a guy like Bijan Robinson. Like, you know what I mean? Use the cards on your theme teams. Don't go out of your way to do that or to go use other cards unless you don't have anyone at that position. Because even some B-tier guys can get elevated. Like for me, Braylon Allen, 87 speed on my team, which is pretty good. It's not bad. So use your theme team guys. I would say little tip here. I've been saying it all year, but use a 50-50 theme team. And that's really all I got for you guys. So have a good rest of your day. That's the running back tier list. If you guys did enjoy today's video, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and as always, I will see you boys in the next one.